So, some say, or some ask, about eating the things that they actually like while dropping weight and or gaining weight. I'm usually going to talk to people who are trying to lose weight, mainly because that's the biggest market. But those who gain weight, I can work with you guys too. So, and I'm actually gaining weight right now also. So my division isn't as much as it usually is, but pretty cut, pretty lean, still under 10% body fat. All right, Cheerios or any other cereal, but Cheerios for today. These are my favorite cereal as of now, and that can always change. I'll show you how you can eat 2 servings of this every day and still look like this. Alright, so of course we have our scale, a bowl, spoon, silk. I use silk milk because the macros are great. So a lot of people say that milk is a great source of protein. It's true, but it's also false. And the reason I say that is because the same amount that your whole milk, the same amount of protein it has the same exact amount of fat. So watch what you're eating. Silk, it tastes pretty good. Fat 1.5, carbs 7, and protein 6. And also milk has more carbs than it has protein. So watch what you're drinking. Silk, light vanilla, soy milk, and then Cheerios. The macros on these Cheerios in particular are: the serving size is 28 grams, 1.5 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein. So 1 serving of this milk, which is 240, I know that by heart, but there it goes, 240 milliliters, which are also grams. 1 serving of that can support 2 servings of this, but I do my servings one at a time for cereal. I don't throw all of the cereal inside of 1 serving personally, because I don't like for mine to get soggy. All right, so 28. We'll just pour it in here up until that scale reaches 28. Three, 25, 27, 28. Okay, so there's 28. I'll zero my scale back out, and then I'll put 240 grams of this. There you go. Simple meal, real quick. 240 grams of soy milk, silk milk, and then 28 grams of Cheerios. Okay, so my first bowl is down and I still look the same. Alright, now that I've finished that first bowl, quote unquote, of cereal, the remainder of my milk is still there, and I'll just add another 28 grams. My schedule, my scale is already zeroed out. 21, 23, 25, 27, 28. There we go. 28 grams. I'll mix this up a little bit so that, you know, it can get water on everything. And as you can see, like I said, that milk supports 2 bowls. So I'll eat this next bowl, and then I also have a protein shake just to up my protein with this meal. Alright, so since we've had cereal, we'll now balance this meal out and make sure that our proteins are high, which we'll do with some Optimum Whey Gold Standard Protein, which is available on the site. Go ahead, QuoVadis.Fit, get some of that. You need some of that in your life. This one is the Delicious Strawberry, if you can see that at all. Delicious Strawberry, which has 24 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of fat, and 4 carbs. So currently, because of our cereal, you can see me. How'd I look? All right, so currently because of our cereal, our fats are 4.5, 51 grams of carbs, and we also had 10 grams of protein. What we're about to add is 4.5 grams of fat. We're about to add 13 grams of carbs, which is low for carbs, but we're going to add 54 grams of protein, which will balance out our proteins and our carbs. They'll both be at 64, so you'll have 9 grams of fat, 64 grams of carbs, and also 64 grams of protein. That's a well-balanced meal once you're on. If you get on a diet with me, I'll put you on a 40-40-20, which is 40% protein, 40% fats, and 40% protein, 40% carbs, and 20% fats. Trust me, you don't want to get on 40% fats. You'll be big as hell around here. So I'm going to help you get on that diet, but first let me show you how to prepare this quick little drink. All right, here we go. So we want to turn our scale on. It zeroes it out because the item is already on the scale. And then we want to add 240 grams of this. The serving size is 240 milliliters. Milliliters and grams are the same thing. So that's 246. We're just going to pull a little bit of that out just so I can show you guys. 240. Regularly, I would have just drank that because I'm not a fan of wasting too much food. But for you guys' sake. And that was bad. So, as we can see, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. Alright, 214. Come on. Let's make this thing happen. A little heavy on the hand today, huh? Okay, 240, 239, 240. Basically the same number. Here we go. Then we're going to put a little protein in. Alright, we're going to go with 2 scoops of this. 2 scoops of protein. 1 scoop is 31 grams, so 2 scoop 31 times 2 equals 62. Alright, here we go. So we're looking for 62 here. I know it says 2 scoops. I just don't fill it to the top, as you can see. I just don't fill it to the top because I weigh it. 2 scoops is what it tells you on the serving size, which is on the back of this container. I just don't fill my scooper to the top because those scoops are never accurate. So I actually weigh my protein for a few reasons. I weigh it because I want to know exactly, and as you can see, that's 63, but it's harder to take away that protein than it was to take away that milk. So 63 and 62 is fine. I weigh my protein mainly because I want the exact amount of micronutrients that the protein bottle says it provides. And I also weigh it because the company intends for this stuff to taste a certain way. A lot of people say that they don't like protein because they don't like the taste. If you weigh it and if you drink the suggested amount that you're supposed to drink, then it should taste the way that the company intends for it to taste. All right, so now our macros: 9 grams of fat, 64 protein, 64 carbs. That's a very well balanced breakfast. It's really quick. QuoVadis.Fit, not.com, not.org, not.net, not .gov, not .whatever. It's .fit, the most modern website in this industry, and we have the most modern techniques. We're going to make sure you eat the things you want to eat while also looking the way that you plan to look. Nutrition, lifestyle, fitness. QuoVadis.Fit.